Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel again. This is your YouTube channel, which is called Yes You Can, because I deeply believe that this phrase here is true. And if you are new at my YouTube channel, you just find it here on the YouTube channel, asking around and looking around. Thank you so much for being here with me. Don't forget to subscribe and let's get started this English speaking session. I'm gonna practice my speaking skills today by myself. Unfortunately, today is it's gonna be just me, as I told you, because my friends are in different places. They are doing different things. Maybe they are sleeping because they live from other part of the world, as China, for instance, like China. But my friends from Brazil are working. They are studying. Just so I decided to record this English meeting here, just me, just by myself, and let's do it. Today, I'm gonna practice my speaking skills, reading a short story, and practice it by reading. And after that, we're gonna answer the questions that is followed by this video, this story, which I'd like to practice here with you. Let's get started to this story. I don't know if you ever heard about it, but let's do it. Hope you can see my screen now. Let me see. This is a short story called Appointment in Samarra. We're going to start reading this story because I deeply believe that if you are able to read, of course, you're going to be able to speak too as well. So try start your speaking skills. Try start to study English, sorry, by reading. Reading is one of the key to succeeding your English skills. Okay, I did it, and I could saw my improvement some months after I started, some months after my beginning practice by reading. And now I'm able to read in English. I'm able to understand all the stories in English, and that means that reading is very useful and works. Okay, let's get started by this story, and after that we're gonna read some questions and answer them. I hope so. So let's do it. I'm gonna start by reading now. Appointment in Samarra. Dad speaks. A merchant in Baghdad sent his servant to the market to buy provisions, and in a little while the servant came back white and trembling and said, Master, just now at the market I was pushed by a man in the crowd, and when I turned, I saw it was that. He looked at me and made a threatening gesture. Now, lend me your horse, and I will go to Samarra, and there that will not find me. The merchant lent his horse, and the servant mounted, and as fast as the horse could gallop, he went. Then the merchant went out to the market and saw me in the crowd, and came to me and said, Why did you make a threatening gesture to my servant when you saw him this morning? That was not a threatening gesture, I said. It was only a start of surprise. I was surprised to see him in Baghdad, for I had an appointment with him tonight in Samarra. So, as you could notice, this is a very interesting story. It was a very interesting story. I thought that because I said that because could imagine if it was a true story, of course, that this is just a supposed story. And if it was a very a true story, we're gonna have a problem, a big problem here. So this was a short story which was told by the dad, the really dad. That is the main point here. So that is speaking about something which happened with it. So now we're gonna start answer some questions about the story. Let's go to the first section of the question. So the first question is, who's telling this story? Did you get it? Who is telling this story? Who told this story to us here? If you said that, you're right. You should tell that you're right. And so this story, as the first part of the park said to us, as you can see here, that speaks, which means who are telling these stories is the dead. Okay. And the next question, who saw that at the market? So both of them, sorry, The merchant has saw that at the time, had saw that at the time, but the merchant did sell that the market. But after that, when he went back to his how can I say? I forgot the right way to say, but when he came back to his master, he could note that he needed to lend a horse from him and go away as far as possible, because doing that, he believed that the death would not find it and may find it him, and maybe he will not die, because if that find you, that means you're gonna die. That's the funny part of the story. Okay, so who solved that? The answer for the second question is who solved that at the market? Even the servant, but the master, they both solved that. They both talked with that at that day. Number three, why did the servant want to go to Samarra? Because as I told her, did you get the answer about it? I just answered her now, but let me answer again. Why? Why did the servant want to go to Samarra? Because when he went first at the market that day, he saw the death. Just look at him. And as the dad would like to meet him at that same night in Samarra, the dad started being surprised. So maybe the dad did some threatening gesture, something like seems to be a threatening gesture, but it was not a threatening gesture, as we learned. So he, the servant, would like to go to Samarra because if he do it, he thought that the death would not find him in Samarra and he would not die at that day. That's why he would like to go to Samarra as fast as possible. Number four, how did the servant go to Samarra? Of course, you know the answer. That did you? And did you note it? Aren't you? Let me know here in the comments below if you found that the right answers about this question. So of course, we could just come back to the park. Let's go back to the park here. And here we can see that now lend me your horse and I will go to Samarra, and that will not find me there. So how did he went to Samarra? By horse, which he just asked to his master, and now he got a horse to went to Samarra. Okay, so he went to Samarra by horse. Okay, and the number five, after his servant had gone to Samarra, what did the merchant do? The merchant went to the market to see what happened there and to ask for the debt. If he, uh, I could call he because it's like a person, you know, but if he did that, why, if the debt was there, he would like to ask the debt, why did you do that? Why did you make a threatening gesture to my servant? And after that, we can presume that uh, this was why the merchant went to the market to ask or to do something about what his servant told him. Number six, who did the merchant see, or who did the merchant see standing in the crowd? So the merchant see standing at the crowd. The debt here maybe is not about the man. Maybe it's wrong. This question maybe it's wrong, but the merchant and the servant, they both saw that in the crowd. Okay. And number seven, what did the merchant ask that? So the merchant went at the market after his servant goes from Samarra, so scared because his servant was so scared about the situation. After that, the merchant went to the market to see by himself what is happening there, what was happening there that day, and there he just saw them that the middle of the crowd, and he went he went close to the ants and asked him why he did a threatening gesture for him, for his servant, sorry. And that explains some things, and as you're gonna see after that. The number 8. Why was that astonishing to see the servant in Baghdad? As we noted in the last part of the short story, we noticed that the death was did not made a threatening gesture as the servant thought, but indeed that made a astonished gesture, a surprise gesture, because the dead we're gonna find had an appointment with the same servant in other city, which was Samarra. And as the dead saw him in Baghdad at that time, the dead maybe thought, "Oh, but I had not appointment with him in Samarra tonight. How is he now? How it's gonna happen if he is here now?" So something like that. So that's why that became astonished or got astonished at that time. Get astonished at that time. So that's it, guys. We read some short story here again. And now I'd like to read the last time just so you see if you get a right idea about this short story. An appointment in Samarra. That speaks. A merchant in Baghdad sent his servant to the market to provisions. And in a little while, just a second here, and in a little while, the servant came back white and trembling and said, "Master, just now at the market, I was pushed by a man in the crowd, and when I turned it, I saw it was that. He looked at me and made a threatening gesture. Now, lend me your horse, and I will go to Samarra, and there that will not find me." The merchant lent his horse, and the servant mounted. As fast as the horse could gallop, he went. Then the merchant went down to the market and saw me standing in the crowd and came to me and said, "Why did you make a threatening gesture to my servant when you saw him this morning?" "That was not a threatening gesture," I said. "It was only a start of surprise. I was surprised to see him in Baghdad, for I had an appointment with him tonight in Samarra." So that's it for today, guys. This was a short story for us, so for improve our speaking skills, improve our vocabulary, improve our reading, and we did very well, I believe. So, and I hope you could learn. I hope you could enjoy this English session here. Uh, Unfortunately, today is just by myself. It's just me, and it's just you and I, just me and you. But I believe that there's not any prejudice about it. We just needed to practice every day, as I always tell you guys. Here is a YouTube channel. I have to tell you a lot time, so many times that you should study English by yourself. But sometimes you of course needed someone else to help you to improve, to practice, to speak with. But even though you have no one to practice with, you can do it by yourself, and this is very worth a lot. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe at our YouTube channel here, give me a thumbs up, and hope see you in our next English meeting, which is gonna be tomorrow. Of course, I'm recording this English meeting in August 31, and it's for 8:35 p.m. here at my country, which is Brazil. Let me know where are you from and what time is it? Are you there? Are you there to learn and improve your speaking skills? Why are you studying English? Let me know here some information about you, and see you soon in our next English meeting. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye. See you there.